We are very pleased to be here at Bank Directors Acquire or Be Acquired Conference in Phoenix, Arizona, where we have over 600 in the banking industry that are focused on M&A activity and interested in the best practices and the challenges that arise in merger and acquisition activity in the banking industry. We conducted a survey this year while we had over 600 in attendance in order to get their thoughts on what was top of mind for them, from the U.S. economy and their outlook for 2012 to their thoughts on M&A activity and their plans on M&A activity for growth over the coming year. And then also their thoughts on just the current regulatory regime and what some of the challenges are that the entire industry is facing today. When we asked the audience what their thoughts were on the top plans for growth in 2012, and their response was very clearly focused on two main areas. The first was on organic loan origination, which I think we would all expect, and the second answer was on M&A. So clearly the banking industry is focused on mergers and acquisitions as a viable way for growth during 2012. We asked the audience if they had acquired a bank over the last 24 months, and 46% responded indicating that they had not, but they did have plans to make an acquisition over the coming year. So clearly, M&A activity is going to be a key area for growth in the banking industry in 2012. We asked the audience, what are some of the greatest challenges to overcome in a successful merger integration? And the top answer was cultural compatibility. That's one of the #1 areas that the leadership teams at both institutions will evaluate when assessing a merger. How will the two cultures fit when we merge the two institutions? A top area of consideration for the industry, and certainly something that was top of mind for those who were attending the Acquire or Be Acquired conference this year. We believe it is critical to evaluate cultural compatibility at the onset. So when you are evaluating institutions to acquire, it's certainly key from the very beginning in the relationship building that you understand the acquiree's cultural ambitions and their areas of focus within that institution to assess whether or not that would fit well within your culture. We asked the audience, what are some of the top risks that your bank currently faces? And the top two answers were credit risk and then compliance risk in light of the uncertain regulatory environment. So the compliance risk due to the uncertainty with the current regulatory environment was not a surprise to us. The entire industry is focused on addressing the new regulatory regime in the wake of the financial crisis. So this is really an area that everyone in the industry is focused on making a priority. Clearly with the Dodd-Frank Act having over 350 rules that are focused on the banking industry, and the fact that only 50 have been written at this point, there is a lot of uncertainty associated with what direction each of the future rules will take and how a bank will need to react to that. So again, a lot of uncertainty, and I think the industry is doing their best to be as proactive as they can in order to address this new regulatory regime.